So this is just a test here. I haven't really used this GoPro much. I don't even know if you can hear me or if it's even working at this point. But we're going to give it a good shot here and see how this thing works. So here we go. Backside of the rock top trail. We're going to be coming up on the gravel pit and down in the Varmit Camp pretty soon. We'll just let the video run and see how it's going to go. We just got through with the big snow apocalypse, and just came up and ran the whole week that it was snowing, and then they closed the road on Monday a week ago, and then they opened the road back up Friday around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and me and Dean came up and cut the trail in, and it was steep everywhere. I couldn't tell there'd never been anybody up here. Some places it's really hard to find the road. As a matter of fact, we fell off the road again. Just going up the trail, just slid right off the trail. The snow just didn't have enough compaction to it, and so we were kind of in a pickle there for a little bit, trying to figure out how are we going to get this thing unstuck. And what we managed to do, there was some good-sized trees just up above us, maybe 30 feet, 40 feet away. So we ended up attaching the chain into this wing right here, and stuck it up to the tree, and then try to get rid of all the gap in the chain, and then we would drive forward and use the hydraulics on the blade and the wing to kind of pull us up on the road. And so the farther we would drive, it would create this fulcrum or pivot point, and it started to just pull us back up on the trail. Without it, every time I tried to move the cap, we just fell off the hill more. So it's kind of that was pretty exciting. I mean, where do you go to get that kind of training? You know, how to get your PistenBully snowcat unstuck. So, all right, let's go into the gravel pit here. So switch from flow to up pressure. More aggressive on the blade there. Just roll some snow in here. This kind of had been in an old abandoned gravel pit in here, just below the rock top, and this last summer they needed some rock to redo some of the Varmit Camp trail. I don't know if they're going to do some logging in there or what, but they came in and they opened up this road. They took all the trees out, they graveled it, and made it a really nice road. Came in here with our quads trying to assess what we needed to do for trail maintenance. The trails really, there aren't any trails on this side of the mountain for quads. They're all on the other side of the mountain, up on the Huckleberry side, the 60 road. This side here is kind of, well, we don't want the quads over here. Trail in about get in here and get back out. You know, there's a lot of people that just can't stand groomed trails, but their wives sure like them. And when you're tired at the end of the day, there is nothing nicer than looking at a groomed trail to get back down to the pickup or motorhome. Of snow in that center gap right there. GoPro before. My son was very, very nice at Christmas and got me this, I think it's a Hero 7 Black. And I can control it with my phone, which is kind of nice because I can just tell it what to do. It's got a little screen on it. It has screens turned on, but every once in a while it's got a little red flashy thing on it. Switching back to up pressure. Cats are amazing. They will do all kinds of climbing, and if you got even a halfway established trail, it'll climb 100% grade. Well, what does that mean? What's a grade? It means that it will climb. For every foot you go forward, you go a foot up. Or inch, or meter, whatever. So, loose snow, you know, you might have to go forward and back a few times to get it to climb. But packed snow, I bet it'd go more than I bet it'd go more than 100% grade. Our old Tucker would. So, come on, Tiller, go on down. There we go. Okay, we are back in float. Close up our wings. especially a tiller cap. You want to always be blading. Sometimes that's kind of hard because once it gets to about 33, 34 degrees, the snow doesn't want to roll anymore. It wants to ball up. And you make these giant balls of snow, frosties, we'll call them frosty snowmans, and you can make them in just seconds. It's doing like 10 frosties per second, and it just gets gummy and sticky, and the snow doesn't roll. What you want it to do is you want the snow to roll like it is right now, just a little bit. It rolls good, and have it roll out in front of you, and that fills in all the holes, and the blade shears the snow off. Okay, we are going to go down into Varmit Camp. We're going to pick up our tiller all the way together. And we're going to blade our way in. So, aggressive there. Coming up all week long to run the cat, so if I can get it roughed in, then they can continue to pack the trail down. That's what we are going to shoot for. When the snow is soft and easy to cut, most people tend to just straight blade them across the trail. Just kind of give a little tilt back and forth on the wing or the blade, and keeps the trail pretty flat. But it's when the blade gets out of the snow is when you start having problems. Too much snow. So there's about 5 to 6 feet of new snow here, and the snowmobiles came in and kind of packed it down some. Too aggressive, but I need a decent roll out there to make sure that it does what it's supposed to do, fill all the holes in, big holes like that one. What's ABE say? He says, bigger the glob, the better the job, right? Most of the time that holds true for cutting in trails. You'll see the more snow that you move with the front blade, the better it looks behind you. See, that was my tiller. Decided to turn it back on. The tiller will make it a lot more difficult to cut in a trail because just float, it just hangs off the back of the cat and it doesn't change anything on the cat itself. But if you have up pressure or down pressure, it continually will, add pressure into the snow, and anytime you add pressure, well, that changes the pivot point on the cat, and it drives the blade into the snow, and then out of the snow, and then into the snow. So it's harder to cut in a trail with. So right now I am in full up pressure. If I go to full down pressure, or let's go to float, you watch the cat drop, okay, and immediately we started picking up blade. All I did was just change how much pressure there was coming off the back of the cat. So now I'm in float, probably making an awesome trail, and now it's a down pressure. Down pressure also makes the cat pick up. So now we will go back to float, up pressure, and cancel. Pick the tiller up. Trail's about 1.5 miles long. Crater Lake National Park boundary is just off to the left. In this area, probably 200 yards in from this trail. There is a road to the left of us, and there's a road off to the right of us too. That's the Rock Top trails. So this trail is kind of fun. It goes down to what they call the Green Gate, and once they get around the Green Gate, they can go right on the very edge of the park boundary, and there's some play areas in there. A lot of burn from Crater Lake has had so many natural lightning caused forest fires that some of the area in there has just been nuked. There's nothing growing. It's just big, giant, dead snags that got burned up. Most of the time, the larger trees survive the fires just fine, but this time, just kill them all. So there's a huge area up here. It's just nothing but burn up dead trees. Guys doing? Everybody sick yet? Bouncing around. There's so many play areas off to the right. You can play between the two trails and still be legal because we're not in the national park. They don't like snowmobiles in the national park. They give us a certain time of year. They give us what's called the north entrance of Crater Lake. They close that entrance for regular traffic, and they open it up for snowmobiles. There's a groomed trail that goes in. Diamond Lake takes care of that trail, and ride snowmobiles in there. You cannot ride off the road. I mean, you can. It's against the law, and you can get some huge fines, like $2,500 for being out of bounds in a national park. And you get in the national park, you look around, and it's It's just beautiful. Just there's a lot of wide open area, and you're going like, oh, it would be so nice just to tear off into that and have some fun. I got up there one time, maybe about 15 years ago, and being nice, staying on the trail, very cordial, and I don't want to break the law or anything like that. I get up this one area, and there's a couple of guys up there, and they're on rental sleds they rented from Diamond Lake, and one of the guys was stuck, and he was stuck right on the very edge of the trail, So being neighborly, I went over there, helped him out, got him unstuck. And the second I got him unstuck, these guys go tearing off and they're playing everywhere. And I'm trying to flag them down, but none of them will have anything to do with me at this point now. I'm sure that I don't know if they knew that it was out of bounds or what, but you get right up on the edge, the rim of Crater Lake, and they give us about 100 feet of area that we can park our snowmobiles, turn around, and basically that's our area. We can walk out of that area, but we are not allowed to ride out of that area. So there's the green gate there. Looks like they're already going over the top of it now. And looks like some of the snowmobiles actually came in here. Now, Friday there wasn't track anywhere in this whole trail system. Nowhere. Friday evening. And I mean, the road had been closed. We were the first ones up in the parking lot. The parking lot had been cleaned out. Snowblower came in and did a really, really nice job of cleaning it out. And it was just beautiful. We came up there and was cutting in trails, and in some places, we're just looking and like feel real shameful because it's so beautiful, and then here you go cutting a trail in the middle of this one beautiful just wilderness, it looks like. But it's like I feel dirty. I'm ruining this beautiful picture, but no one else is going to get to see it unless we groom it. It's this kind of snow that you get stuck in really fast, unless you got a big lug paddle track. Kilowatt go just about anywhere, but you have to keep them on a flat plane. In other words, you can't get down on the left side or right side. It'll transfer all the weight to your lower side, and your upper side won't get any traction. And that's kind of bad news at that point. Snow so that the cat leans into the ditch just a little bit, because I sure don't want to fall off this trail here. going slow because falling off the trail not once but twice in a week's time has kind of made my confidence level go down as far as my ability to run this cat. I've been running this cat for 6 years and have never slid off the trail, ever. And yet I did it twice in less than a week. First time I spent the night in the cat. We had to come out in the morning in snowmobiles and get us out. And we had to go back later morning and actually use a winch and some snatch blocks and shovels, and we dug that cat out. And boy, that was an exciting night. I mean, I spent lots of nights in the cats before, but I was always grooming, not just sitting there napping. This is full angle and full curl, and I'm just trying to pull snow from the right hand side of the cat here, which is the ditch line, and roll it under my track, left track, to help get the cat on a straight plane. At that point, then I can just do a little bit of tilt on my blade, and I can go up and down. The tilt works better, just to grab a little bit of snow. It starts to flatten out a little bit, and I take some of that tilt out of it. And when it gets aggressive again, I just put that tilt back into it again. It's just a 12-way blade, up, down, angle, left, right, tilt, left, right, curl, and then you've got left wing, right wing. Kind of flattens out here for a second, and then it goes right back into hanging over the edge here. Like a tree. Fold it over there. If we can get around them, go around them. Logging road off to the right, and it's been kind of blocked off, and once there's enough snow, we will take our cat in there, and that goes back over the other trail system. There's a little creek that we have to kind of get across, but not sure what this creek here is called, but it is it's right up here somewhere. Oh, up there. Okay. And this creek is deep, and it runs all year, and it is one that you do not want to accidentally fall into with a snowmobile, that's for sure. Going slow because it might be covered up. It looks like it's right down here where it drops down. Past the creek. Part of one of the burn areas of Crater Lake. It's not real bad in here, but it gets a lot worse straight ahead. Some of these trees survived, but there was only one fire here. See, there's a road here, so you know it's part of the U.S. Forest Service here. It's not part of the USDA, which runs the park. So they come in here with their engines and crews, and they can put these fires out. So our trail system, you know, behind us is it's beautiful. It's green most places. They can use fire retardant when you know, from the bomber planes, but national park, oh no, you can't use you know, unnatural things like fire retardant. You know, that'll hurt the forest. Well, looking forward there, the forest looks plenty hurt by all the trees being burned up and dead. So, yeah, I know. Fire is, you know, natural. It helps clean things up. Up here on our trail system in our area, which is, you know, not wilderness, and it's roads and all like that, but it's gorgeous. It's beautiful over in our area, Thousand Springs. And then you get over the national park and it looks like burn up trees. It's not very pretty. Maybe somebody will find that pretty. Who knows? Cut that one out rather than shear it off with the blade. Brake on, and you guys get to go for a little ride there. chainsaws. I've had Black & Deckers now for, I don't know, 12, 13 years. Had two small chainsaws, and then I had two pole saws. They both use an 8-inch blade, and they run really, really, really slow. You know, it's just, and NiCad battery technology, 18 volt, just a regular old 18 volt Black & Decker, and they've been pretty good. They do go through batteries. You can get about 100 cuts on a really good battery, and that'll cut maybe something that's an inch or an inch and a half in diameter. 100 cuts of batteries, which isn't bad, but we don't, sometimes we get some bigger stuff. So we have other chainsaws with us. We've got a 16-inch gas Husqvarna, and then we keep a 28-inch Husqvarna as well. Usually that's big enough to take care of everything on our trail. You know, I cut some trees out that were, you know, 5-footers, and you know, you gotta come in from both sides with the big saw, but always got them out. Questions like, how do you know where the heck you're going? You guys ever get lost? Well, once in a while, you know, a trail kind of disappears. It gets so much new snow, and I had one time where the snow had covered up a sign where to go, and we have diamonds trees, and there was so much snow in the trees, the branches came down and covered up the diamonds. You couldn't see where the trail was. We must have gone past one trail, probably 3, 4, 5 miles, cutting out this road. After a while I figured out, oh, we're not supposed to be here. We have work parties. We go up and try to make sure that, you know, the signage is still pretty good. That if there's a lot of snow and you can't see, is there a way for us to identify which way the trail goes? Orange diamonds. And in Oregon, if you see an orange diamond trail and it has snow on it, you are not allowed to take your car, truck, or whatever on that trail. In Oregon, cars and trucks are not allowed to share the same road as a snowmobile. So our trail system, you know, has us close those so that we don't have any conflicts with cars and trucks, which means that I just can't take my snowmobile and go anywhere I want. I can't go around town. I can't just say, like, well, it snowed today, so I'm going to take my snowmobile to work. No, it doesn't work that way at all. You can't do that. Try to flatten this out a little bit out here. Okay. Track pack this first. Gives a place for the snowmobiles to turn around. It's a place for me to turn around because I can't. Not that I can turn around here without it being packed down. Pivot right here, and is part of the Red Blanket Trail system, hiking trail. It goes National Park. It goes on the south side of Crater Lake. And there's a warning sign about where I just pushed all that snow. So beware of falling branches and snags from the burn. Try to make this area a little prettier. Come back here and grab some snow with my tiller. Go into the flow, down, turn my tiller on, and then I'll just drive forward and back. And my tiller will do the nicest job of just packing this down. Cancel the tiller. Back up. There's 2 turnarounds down here, and we'll clean them both out. Pretty, huh? Bigger the glob and better the job. makes the snow roll. Even if you're making, 5,000 frosties a minute, by just adding more curl in and more angle, maybe you won't get a whole lot of roll, but at least you can move part of the trail one way or another. Snow off the trail, so I keep that wing closed in the direction the snow's going. It kind of makes a little mound there, but the whole idea is to just try to get it to roll underneath this lower side track without rolling the snow off the trail. Little hole here. Tiller's a giant eraser. It just makes the trail so nice. But that's the key, though. The tiller makes it smooth. The blade makes it flat. If you think the tiller's just going to go out there and make a perfectly flat trail, and you can feel the cat going up and down and moving all around on you, no, that's the way the trail's going to be. Starting to get a little lights coming up on 8 o'clock in the morning. Today is holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. This is all volunteer work as far as grooming snowmobile trails, brushing, summertime work parties. It's all volunteer. No one gets paid to do any of this. The truck driver that moves the stuff around, different snowcats. Clubs get upgrades, newer cats, or people change drags or Idahos, but it's all volunteer. And I've been running the grooming program here for maybe 10, 12 years now, and it's pretty fun. Let's come up here, play in the snow. My real job, one I actually get paid to do, is I work for a bending company. The main thing that we do is jukebox jukeboxes, video games, pinballs, which is kind of my specialty here, the pinballs. We lease them out, commercial accounts, and go around and collect coins and talk to the bartenders, bar owners. We got a few pizza parlors, movie theaters, but most of our money comes from jukeboxes and it comes from bars. So I've been doing that for coming up on 35 years now. I started in '85. This is 2000. The company I worked for got sold, which is the old Time Out Amusements, and they got sold to Crater Music. And then about 5 years ago, somebody bought Crater Music. My old boss passed away, and his wife, nice couple. So, same job, some of the same machines, you know, for 35 years. And it's, you know, it's not a hard job. I mean, it's not really work. I mean, I know people that don't have as much fun as I do, and they go out and try to have fun. Let's try to flatten that one out a little bit. There we go. So yeah, I have more fun at work than they do, trying to go out and have fun. So it's not really a job, you know. I mean, it's not really work. I have a blast at it. Now, there are a couple of work days here and there. That's when you have to carry a pool table up a flight of stairs, or somebody wants their shuffleboard moved, or oh, those are work days. You know, I don't mind moving pinballs around, and video games, and, you know, give people, oh, our pool table's not level. Go in and refelt the tables. That's all fun. Snow is pretty doughy, doesn't want to roll at all. Pretty heavy. Sure if the mount on our steering yoke is going to work, because it looks like it just shakes to all get out sometimes. Get on a hard pack, it's going to shake like crazy, so I might have to figure out a way to mount it to something else. Harder snow, I'm sure it's going to shake like crazy. But the Hero 7's got far superior image stabilization, as I hear. We'll see how good it is. try to cut a trail in up pressure, build it, and then we come back out, put float, and it'll take all the high center out, it takes the track imprints out, it does a real nice job. But you have to have the traction though to run the tiller. Fast. Most of the time we average on the trail maybe 8 miles an hour. Maybe peak up to 9 every once in a while. We're probably only going like 6 or 7 here. Snowcat, the hardest thing to get used to is, you know, sometimes you have a lot of blade movement. You know, if we're just on our simple road, generally you don't have too much blade movement at all. You cut your trail in the first time, you know, to stay on the same base as the road, meaning it's flat. You don't have, you know, big bumps here. They're not super corners. It's pretty simple. Every time you raise the blade and lower the blade, you leave a high spot. Well, when you get back in the trails where it's not a flat road, you have to anticipate what the cat's going to do. If it starts to climb a little bit, you have to, you know, get the blade back down in the snow. If you look ahead and you see a hole, you want to get a little extra snow in your blade, carry it. When you get to the hole, you want to drop it right on the very edge of the hole, and your tiller will pull the snow into the hole. So here I've got a hole ahead, so I'm going to just drop my blade just a hair, can't even tell, and I'm going to just start bumping it up, and I'm going to let that tiller smear all that snow. Okay, the cat went down. So it went over all that snow. Okay, so here's where we ran the tiller on the way in. This is up pressure right here. And this here is float. And this here is down pressure. Up pressure again. You can see it leaves a channel right smack in the middle. The tiller doesn't have enough pressure to smash that the channel down between the tracks. Ridge, channel, whatever. There you can see what looks like might have been the tiller, but that's the front blade actually carving the channel out in the front. It was carving the whole trail, and then the track smashed everything down to the center. So this is pretty easy to groom. You just kind of touch the center part of that, keep a roll going. Takes a couple of passes and packing for the trail to be firm all the way across. Where right now it's only going to be really firm where the tracks and compress the snow down. The center, you know, it'll be a little bit firmer, but if you walk on this trail going out, you want to walk where the tracks are, because you'll sink up to the top of your boot walking down the middle of that. So getting back to my electric saws, you know, I have someone broke into our shed last year and stole one of our little battery saws, so now we were just down to one. And Husqvarna has got some really nice electric chainsaws out now. The stills, they still look like they're, I don't know, someone mentioned turkey carver. Got tiny little blades on them, and they come to a sharp point. So, you know, I've seen videos of them that look like they cut just fine, but everything's super expensive on them. The Huskies aren't too bad. The bigger batteries are pretty expensive, but it made me a pretty deal at one of our local places in town that the saw, the battery, and the charger for $200. And I'm like, they want $200 just for a battery. So I thought it was a heck of a deal. Hoping I wasn't going to have any trouble with them, but so far I'm not 100% convinced that it's what we want. I'll try to clean this up a little bit. Then I bought a Milwaukee pole saw, chainsaw, and some batteries, and I bet I probably could have got one out and bought a full-size big saw from a timber faller saw for what I paid for all that stuff. Milwaukee stuff is, the tools aren't that much. It's the batteries. They're 12-hour batteries. It's $300. And they were having a special on them. Bought the chainsaw and the battery and the charger. It was like $4.99, $4.49. They threw in an extra battery for free, which is quite a good deal. Either the 9-hour battery or the 8-hour battery were free. And then Northern Tool ran one special. If you bought a 12-hour battery, they give you an 8-hour battery. Just, you didn't have to buy any tools or anything. And it was like $250 for 2 batteries. It's like, oh, I'm gonna buy a couple of